Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Vinny Eastwood show. Now, I've shown these people these pictures. How there's Masonic symbolism in films. Like all-seeing eyes and everything like that. Well, apparently a whole bunch of Masons got together long ago and said, well, society might get out of control if we don't control them somehow. And what best way to control people, culturally speaking, in order to be able to keep them in line? And they're like, well, maybe the culture of Freemasonry and like doing a whole bunch of things like I don't know, the imagery of ancient Egypt and everything will really help keep people in line in the right frame of reference. So we can put this all through pop culture and everything, so it's right in front of everybody's screen all the frickin' time. And you're like, well, how would they do that? I don't know. Maybe there's producers involved. We don't know the mechanism, but just start looking at it. This is from the 1970s. It's from Dawn of the Dead. George A. Romero's. Look right in the middle here. You got a nice little pyramid with an all-seeing eye on the top and a little peace dove. This is right at the end of a zombie movie. And then right here from a movie called Filth, there he is, black and white Masonic floor. What's the significance of a black and white Masonic floor? You say, well, it's black meaning evil and white meaning good. No racism connotation there, and if you think that there is, you're freaking retarded, because it's a frame of reference, not like a black or white car. It's an inanimate object. This is their belief structure. Black and white, light and dark, they control both. That's the meaning of it. Here's the next picture. There he is, naked on a Masonic floor from the same movie, Filth. And just down here, this is actually a meeting in a Masonic lodge from the movie Filth again. And there's a nice little black and white Masonic floor, isn't there? It's interesting. And there it is again. Isn't that interesting? And right down here we have, this is a anime series called Supernatural, made in Japan, and there's a nice Masonic floor, even in Japan. And this is called Armitage 3 Polymatrix with a nice Masonic floor. And this is Pyramid from Highlander, The Search for Vengeance. This is actually the HQ building of the bad guy. And right here's the pyramid from Stargate that has a all-seeing eye on it. And here's a picture of the pyramid from Stargate on the wall in the movie Stargate with an all-seeing eye of the pyramid and the Eye of Ra as well, also from Stargate. And here we have, again, the pyramid and the all-seeing eye above it from, you guessed it, Stargate. And right here, this is a cartoon version of Superman called Superman, Batman, and Apocalypse. And right behind him, ironically, for a city which have flat roofs generally, there's one pyramid-shaped roof and another pyramid-shaped roofs. It's another Masonic theme. Jachin and Boaz is these two kind of temples on the side. Outside King Solomon's temple, there were these two giant pillars, Jachin and Boaz. It's basically to connote balance. A very similar reference to the black and white kind of thing in the Masonic floor. And right here in Batman Gotham Knight, incidentally made by the same producers as Batman, Superman, and Apocalypse, there's a nice little all-seeing eye pyramid on the back of this kid here. Just randomly. And where does this kid skate? Well, incidentally, he skates in a skate rink that has a Masonic floor. And here's Batman in The Mystery of Batwoman, also made by the same producer, and his bathroom has a Masonic floor. And then here we are in Pacific Rim, the movie. This is where we get into the numerology as well. This is the point in the movie where he's basically telling them all the stuff that's going on and what they're facing and everything, and there's the number 33. And right here, you might make this a little bit difficult to make out, but this is from a movie called Attila the Hun, with Gerard Butler, and over here we have a Masonic checker. And here, this is the bucket list. Now, I don't think in Cairo, Egypt, they have unfinished pyramids, and more to the point, the pyramids that they do have, you see all this background here and everything, that's surrounded by frickin' Cairo City, actually, and it's a frickin' big cloud of smog. This is not a real shot. This is mostly blue screen and digital touch-ups. And this pyramid that they have in the foreground has no capstone, kind of like the thing on the $1 bill. And they're sitting there. So they built this out of polystyrene. It's got no capstone. Here's these guys sitting here on the bucket list having a profound conversation, and right here you have a visible capstone over there that's overlaying it. I wonder. I don't think there's any reference there. This is an all-seeing eye again in the roof from a movie called Shutter Island, directed by what's his frickin' name? The guy who makes the really boring movies until he made The Wolf of Wall Street. Whatever his name is, everything's been bad until then. And this is the Tale of Despereaux with a Masonic floor. And the Tale of Despereaux with another Masonic floor, and another Masonic floor, And here we have the $1 bill with the all-seeing eye on there. This is from a movie called Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise. Also from Jack Reacher, from Tom Cruise, he comes in to see where a person got assassinated, and there's the number 666. Nothing going on here. And over here we have on a movie called Ghost in the Machine, in the bathroom of the victim, a Masonic floor. And over here on a movie called Black Mask, starring Jet Li, an all-seeing eye. Right at the start of the film. Over here, Futurama. In the back scene here, we've got the pyramid with the all-seeing eye and a guy wearing a tinfoil hat. Absolutely no reference there whatsoever. And over here, RoboCop 2, pyramid, all-seeing eye, just as they're coming out of their massive drug lab. Over here, Tom Selleck in a movie called Runaway, 33 right behind him on the board for absolutely no reason. Here we are in Runaway, Masonic floor. And again, Masonic floor. Masonic floor. And this is a movie called The Hidden. And in the scene, just when they've had a dead person brought in, right here is the all-seeing eye. And guess what the heartbeat of this dead person that they brought in turns out to be when he starts coming back to life. Now you guessed it, 33 beats a minute. And this is a movie called Warm Bodies, a recent, just in 2013. Nice heroine of the movie here, and she has a Masonic checker on her dresser board. And incidentally, there's a chemtrail from the same movie, Warm Bodies, and it's totally unrelated to Freemasonry, by the way. Like, literally, I'm not actually joking about that. And here we have another scene from a nice little all-seeing eye. That is somebody, you know, at the end of the world, somebody decidedly, you know, tagged the wall with a Masonic pyramid with an all-seeing eye in it, right? And there it is again. You know? Now, most people think, well, I've got too much time on my hands and what have you. Well, how long does it actually take to just, you know, whoa, hold on a second, rewind, and then go like this, space bar, and then you take a click, and that's it. You know? That's all it takes. You just basically, you got to work at it a little bit. Well, let's keep going, because it's not done yet, just yet. On the good day to die hard, the two-headed eagle. What's the two-headed eagle? You say, well, it's actually the symbol of the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, or 32nd degree maybe. Order out of chaos, basically. So again, with their black and white thing. Batman Begins, Masonic floor. And there we have The Island, directed by Michael Bay. You got a 3 and a 3. There's another 33. And also in the office of the guy from that silo that they just came out of with the 33 on it, we have the bad guy of the film, whose desk and computer is controlled by this, a pyramid made of light that he uses like a mouse. No symbolism there. This is from Masters of the Universe. And up here you have like a Masonic compass and square. Over here you have the two pillars, the Jachin and Boaz. And in the middle there's also a, of course, a, what's it called? All-seeing eye with the pyramid? Yeah? Okay, gotcha. And on her uniform here, little all-seeing eye with the pyramid. And on this little creature here, he's wearing Masonic checker sunglasses for some reason. You know, he just happens to find them in a house randomly. And also at the dance where this chick's going about her business before He-Man comes into her life, there incidentally got a design of a pyramid there at the dance as well. You know, no problem there. And also the creator of Family Guy. This is a movie Ted, and incidentally there's a 33 right there. And what's Ted got on the shelf in the background there? Why, it looks like a wee pyramid on the shelf for absolutely no reason that's specifically placed. This is the Forbidden Planet. Looks like a nice little pyramid there. Nice little pyramid walkways. And over here on the Pelican Brief, the very opening protest scene, there's a little pyramid on one of the little things for absolutely no reason. And here we have, from the Body Snatchers starring Donald Sutherland, they're in a cab, and the cab number is 338. What's the symbol for infinity? Does it look like an 8? So does this cab mean 33 forever? And over here, on the Body Snatchers again, when they're coming out of a warehouse. For absolutely no reason, somebody's come along and just graffitied a pyramid with an all-seeing eye on the wall. And over here, again, from the Body Snatchers, what kind of floor does he have in his kitchen? Yep, that's right, it's a nice little Masonic floor. And over here, they're having a conversation with Leonard Nimoy from frickin' Star Trek in front of a nice building in San Francisco, which incidentally looks like a really tall pyramid / obelisk. And over here, on his apartment, he's got a picture of an all-seeing eye on the wall behind him. And they're in a massage parlour on the Body Snatchers as well, which incidentally also has a Masonic floor. And his kitchen, again, as I mentioned before, has a Masonic floor. Now, this is from a movie called From Hell, about Jack the Ripper, who was incidentally a high-level Freemason and incidentally the personal physician to, like, the Queen. And he killed a whole bunch of people who were, like, witnesses to some kind of royal debauchery or something like that. You know, it's just basically a story that gets told over and over, except now they get intelligence operatives to do it and cover up the stories afterwards instead, you know. And this only became legend because people were prone to rumour back then. Unlike now, where they're prone to listening to whatever the hell the mainstream media freaking tells them. So, Masonic ring? Alright. Masonic ring? All-seeing eye pyramid? Compass and square, Masonic floor. This is a ritual, by the way. This is a swearing in ritual. You know, we have to take all your oaths in the Freemasonic rituals. And over here we have a Freemasonic ritual as well, where they're cutting open somebody's guts and disemboweling them on, of course, a Masonic floor. Masonic compass and square on a medical kit that Jack the Ripper was using to go out and carve up some ladies. Masonic ring. Masonic tie-piece? What's that little Masonic tie-piece right there? Yes. It's got a G on it. Apparently it's for God or something like that. I forget the symbolism. Another Masonic ring. Oh, and this is from a movie called The Fourth Kind. What time in the morning do they get abducted all the time? Oh, 3:33? Oh, look, it is. There it is. 3:33 again. Another 3:33. Oh, and when she starts looking through books for symbolism and things like that, she incidentally finds a little pyramid-looking thing. At 3:33 in the morning, no less. No, I'm just joking. You know, it wasn't actually at that time. But there's another 3:33 over here. Happens again and again in this movie. And another Donald Sutherland movie called The Puppet Masters, where instead of them replacing your body, it's these little parasites that stick on your back and control you that way. So they order people to take off their shirts in order to show you. But anyway, this is his office, and it's got pyramid-shaped lampshades. This is the floor of his office building, and it's got a Masonic floor. There's another shot of the Masonic floor. And this is I Love You, Beth Cooper. And it's, for some reason, just got a black and white Masonic checker on the background underneath the towel rail for some reason. I don't know why. And incidentally, Beth Cooper lives at a house that has the number 33 in it. And over here, this is Jean-Claude Van Damme from Maximum Risk, running away from the bad guy over a Masonic floor. This is from a movie called Atonement, about this pedophile guy who like slept with this chick and blamed it on some other chick or some stuff like that. I don't know, some kind of chick flick, but it's got a Masonic checker, so it's all right. And incidentally, this is the pedophile marrying the chick that he was the pedophile to way back in the day. Incidentally, getting married on a Masonic floor, controlling light and dark and everything. I'm not 100% sure of the symbolism here, nor am I 100% sure about the symbolism of why almost every police force in the frickin' world, including Chicago PD, pictured here in The Mechanic, starring Jason Statham, has a Masonic checker around his hat for some reason. And here's Jason Statham in The Mechanic, standing on a Masonic floor. And over here, this is the number 33, and this is Jessica Alba, and the movie is Fantastic Four. And guess which level of the building do the Fantastic Four live on? You guessed it, 33. And here we have from Bad Boys 2. On the back of a truck, directed by Michael Bay, of course, for absolutely no reason, there's a Masonic compass and square. And what number is he wearing in Bad Boys 2 as well, in the very start of it? Why number 33? And, of course, there's Warm Bodies again. We've just seen that one before. Now, this is from Death Wish with Charles Bronson from the 70s. This is the floor of his apartment building. It's, of course, got a Masonic floor. And what is the address of that apartment building? Why, it's 33 Riverside Ave. And, again, from Family Guy, we're in the number 33. that concludes our presentation for today, kiddies. Nothing to see here, nothing at all.